Good afternoon. This is Mike Palmer from Mike Palmer Homes, joining you from Lincolnton, North Carolina. I'm going to do a walkthrough of a home we just completed. This is called the Heavner plan. And usually what I do on these walk and talks is just talk about homes and different issues we ran into and the different choices we made, etc. Now this home, what we did a little different, we extended, this customer wanted to extend the garage, so we made it about 4 foot wider for them. They also wanted to make the driveway bigger, so we added this section here so they can park down here. But you notice there's a lot of slope on this land. We built the house next door as well. We'll be doing a video on that soon called the Pantry. But if you go over here, let's see. If you can see that foundation, see how much it slopes. It's a similar problem here, not as severe. But these were the last 2 lots in the neighborhood, and land is very scarce around here. So we did what we had to do to get a house. But it's got a very high foundation, but we couldn't cut and grade too much because the road is up high, and we have to put septic field in the back. These are well and septic homes. So anyway, this house had a little less slope over here. Built that one as well. Anyway, the Pantry plan is about 1,635 square feet. I'm sorry, this is the Heavner. It's about 1,635 square feet. Notice we did put a shake accent up top, that cut on the roof that's called a Boston gable. They went with black gutters and a black garage door. In front porch, they have a stone accent. Here, let's get around the corner here. We did stone accent wall. Once again, you've got shake up top. And we got a craftsman style door. And they call this craftsman style. It's got 3 windows and a dental mold. And we call this the not so big house. It's a lot of people this size house is in demand because a lot of people coming down here. Kids are grown, empty nesters out of the house, and they just want enough that's necessary. Now you got the floor to ceiling fireplace right in here, and I've got the gas logs burning. Just because with new gas logs, they have a coating on there that kind of protects them, and it's got a bit of a smell to it, and it takes a good 20-30 minutes to burn off, so I'm burning that off. But we did a random pattern flagstone, a nice Mannington vinyl plank floor, and we still got to stain that. It's a blue tape floor. We're still going to put a walnut stain on that. That's a rough hewn cedar metal, but that goes all the way up to a cathedral ceiling. Got the eyeball lights in there. Now in the back porch, they did a triple window. That style window of a grid pattern is called plaza. Plaza over 1, meaning there's no grids here, but they want us to be able to see everything that's out there. And if you notice this living room, big living room here, and back up to the foyer, fireplace over here, that back porch is almost like an extension of the living room. You got a nice kitchen island and your dining area over here. Now this is typically where we put the Mike Palmer Homes window seat. But these folks wanted a little more room for their dining room, and they have a window seat in the bedroom. So they just did this, just kind of like an open bay window. And out to the deck. Got a nice ceiling fan up here, but on the deck they went with a PVC decking, which does not need maintenance. So you won't be staining, etc. We have a screen door out to this smaller deck over here. And they also went with a maintenance-free railing. It's a powder-coated aluminum railing. So won't rust like wrought iron, and you need to stain it or worry about it deteriorating like wood. So it's basically a maintenance-free forever product. On the outside, we have our Screen Ease product, which is just a cap, goes over top of the screen, so it's easy to change, makes it nice and tight. So in the screened-in area, now if you look at this beam here, we wrap this in a product called MirrorTech, which looks like wood, but it doesn't rot and warp like wood. It's a composite right here, and we've painted that. It makes the post look a lot nicer than just a green wood. However, there is a cost to it, so you kind of got to pick and choose your battles. And we like to put a ceiling fan on our back porches. But they got a nice big back porch. You see this country setting out here, lots of woods. Out there and watch the deer and the antelope play. And we're starting to get some grass in, so that's a real good sign. So anyway, springtime will be here soon, and that'll all be nice and green. This back door, I have this at my house, I've got mini blinds built in. built into the door, and then you can open it up, etc. That way you don't have to worry about the cats playing with them. And for this other smaller deck, right out of your dining area, you've got that same view. We've got some nice big windows here so they can see all the goings on. Springtime will be here and they'll have leaves on the trees. Now, in the kitchen, they have a nice big island. I like the single bowl sink. There's just a single hole. Got your hot cold here, got your sprayer here. That's a nice fixture. I'm a fan of the single bowl, but we certainly have split bowls available. Now, you notice they went with a dark island here. Same color granite, but a darker island and a white cabinet, a white shaker cabinet here. And they've got kind of that cove trim, which is kind of indicative of a shaker style. And they've got the over-the-range microwave there. And the fridge, which will be here soon. We got pendant lights. And we always like to put a pattern of can lights, recessed lights, or sometimes puck lights, which look very similar. But I don't like that big cloud fluorescent fixture. That never really did a whole lot for me. Now, in our alcove, even though it doesn't have the window seat, you still have windows right and left. So you can look and see what's going on up front with the driveway. See the front of my truck out there. And see what's going on in the back. There should be some good wildlife out here because we are in a country setting. And should be a lot of deer out there. Now, we've got 2 back bedrooms. Now, this is about the same size as our other plan called the Pantry. The Pantry has a small home office in it, which a lot of people like nowadays, especially since the pandemic. People like there's a lot more working from home, but this one has a bigger pantry. Look at that, the pantry from heaven. It's wire shell, but you got a lot of space in there. And it's got a nice big full laundry room. Big laundry room with a separate door to close. And you've got this nice drop zone. Look, they did a real nice job with that drop. It's a bench seat. We call it a drop zone because that's where you drop your jackets, book bags. So there's nice cubbies up top. They went with dark colored beadboard on the back. And you have your cubbies down below for all your shoes and whatnot. So that's this part of the house. So you have that big open plan. And back here, you've got the back 2 bedrooms. Now, this one doesn't have the home office, but a lot of people, kids are grown, kids are out of the house. Got these 2 bedrooms back here. So you can use one. You can always use one as an office. This one's got a twin window. It's a little more natural light. See the house going up across the street. And, you know, I like my double ball catch doors in the closet. And we've got a ceiling fan. We always put those in the back bedrooms because everybody seems to want them. Not everybody does, but we like to add that detail. And we like to put granite in the second bath with a dark cabinet here. Fiberglass tub shower, and then with a plate mirror. There's that. Let's go take a look at the master. In the master bedroom. This house. USB outlets next to the beds. And I like that detail, so you can plug your phone charger right in, but now they're going to Type-C, so they keep changing them. But anyway, the window seats, the cushions aren't. We're still waiting on the cushions. Those are the, you know, there's going to be the arms. The foam that goes inside the cushions. But the window seat, we have storage underneath as well. You can lift that up. And what's also nice is you have another access to the porch. And I have the same setup on our back porch. So in the master bedroom, sometimes a dog likes to go out or we like to access it from the master. And I have that, and I like that as well. So again, in the window seat. And you've got can light up above. And a ceiling fan. Pardon my phone here. Anyway, master bath. And his and her sinks, a nice plate mirror. Light fixtures. You got the commode room in here. Always, if possible, like to have that in its own room. And it's got a tub and a shower. This tub, you got a nice picture window. See the goings on. What's in the neighborhood. And see how steep that was at the house we built next door. The crawl space is going to be huge. Shower. We did a nice tile shower with frameless glass. And you have a mosaic on the floor. Nice corner shelf and a niche. You see in the back of the niche that mosaic matches the floor. So, and the tile run all the way up to the ceiling. Master closet. Once again, they have vinyl plank. You notice there's no carpet in this house, and I'm seeing more and more of our clients are opting out of the carpet altogether and just going with either vinyl plank or a laminate or a hardwood. Anyway, think of wire shelves, but you got linen shelves, you got your highs and lows, and you got your tall here. If you're doing, long dresses or whatever. But we get to custom arrange these how you like them. Some houses we have our trim carpenters will make the shelves. Costs a little more, but some people would rather have that than the wire shelf package. Anyway, and we did a nice tile surround on the tub. Nice tile surround. Up high, kind of ties in with that window over there. So that's the master suite. Go take a look at the garage. I got 4 LED strip lights here. Like I said, they went with the wider garage. So we got the 18-foot wide garage door. And they went with the man door, walk door out here. So that way you're not opening and closing your garage. Hey, one more thing I wanted to show on this house. I did want to show the deck from the outside because it says very high foundation. So you got a lot of room under that deck. So these clients requested that we pour them a concrete pad under there. So we did pour a concrete pad because it's going to be dry underneath that porch because you got a roof. So they put lawnmowers and other outside things that they want to keep dry. We did have to put that Y bracing on there as the code required it. I think since it does connect to a corner of the house, I don't think it's going anywhere. But code made us do it, so we certainly don't want to argue with those folks. Anyhow, and we also, when we have these big crawl spaces, a lot of times we'll put a full-size door into it. So getting in and accessing everything in the crawl space is much easier. But you see you have a very high crawl here. So some people like to use this for storage because you can fit a lot of stuff in here. And we probably could have justified making this a basement house, but there's no basement homes in the neighborhood, so we didn't think we would get the appraisal we needed. Because, the higher price in the neighborhood would just be hard to justify, and a lot of people are dependent on their appraisal. Same with that house over there. So anyway, that was the last feature. Once again, we appreciate you visiting our site.